You're back with Media Matters. Well, we're checking out the world of out-of-home media, which has exploded over the past decade. From billboards to branded wall wraps to vehicle branding, everywhere we look, we're bombarded by media. Even our skyline is changing. For better or worse, we can't escape it. Let's find out more. You can't get away from it. Out-of-home advertising is everywhere. Billboards, posters, wall wraps, air balloons, even whole buildings are becoming branded. The average consumer is under constant bombardment by brands eager to earn your buck. It makes out-of-home media a multi-billion rand industry and makes some branded real estate some of the most expensive in the country. To delve into the detail, I'm joined by Lynn Jones from Continental Outdoor and Shami Naidu from ProVantage. Shami, Lynn, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
So let's talk out-of-home advertising. Can you just give us an insight of the past 10 years of what's been going on in the sector?
There's new media platforms that have actually evolved over the last 10 years. And I think very important is new concepts from overseas have been brought through to South Africa, like building wraps, construction site boundary hoardings, flat wall signs, large impact in that respect. Also new platforms in our transit industry, from the BRT systems in Johannesburg, the Gautrain, the IRT systems in Cape Town. That's all now offered a new media platform, a new way of interacting. Our commuter industry and commuters in that respect have drastically increased. The taxi industry has boomed. So that's become a new media platform as well.
It has evolved, and more than evolved, there's been a major explosion recently too. I mean, it's like everywhere you go now, someone's trying to sell you something, whether you're driving, whether you're in a building. Why?
Outdoor is a critical player within anyone's media mix. And research has actually shown that you can increase your brand awareness by 20% by supporting it with outdoor. Because it's, in essence, a shorthand, brand shorthand.
That's true.
That just keeps that awareness and the reminder top of mind.
And now we suffer. Well, there's this famous saying, location, location, location. And essentially, out-of-home advertising is real estate. And right now, it seems like there is no sacred space. I mean, what is going on out there?
Well, we're planning to put some billboards on the moon. Watch the space.
I mean, critics say, come on, guys, you look at a landscape or a cityscape, take, for instance, Johannesburg. It is covered wall to wall with someone owning a piece of real estate that traditionally was just a landmark. Now it's become the Coca-Cola this or the MTN that. What do you guys say to critics who say you're taking away and you're polluting the air?
Municipalities have, by and large, made sure that the clutter is regulated or not. And that's what we're trying to avoid, because if you're putting your brand in a cluttered environment, you're not going to be seen.
I get you. I don't know if you agree with her, but I mean, some things must be sacred. I mean, we see you guys in latrines, we see you guys in our buses. When is it enough? And I know there's regulatory bodies out there who monitor that, but what about the consumer standpoint?
Yeah, I think it goes a little further than that as well. I think very important is to note is the money generated from outdoor advertising. Who does it benefit? Yes, it obviously benefits the large media companies.
Yeah.
I agree. But it also benefits the stakeholders in respect of landlords, property owners. We've now gone to various other media platforms. Example, there's something that ProVantage does, is car washes. There were a lot of informal car washes built from sticks and canvases or materials that were totally degrading over time and space. And what we did was we went and formalized this. And then, yes, we utilized this for branding purposes. And yes, you might say it might be clutter. But at the end of the day, it's now formed a part of an integral business for an entrepreneur.
So you're saying there's a win-win here for the local guys who then get an opportunity to participate in the money or the value chain of out-of-home advertising.
In fact, most landlords get up to 30% of the media rental.
Oh.
So there's a
we'll be
symbiotic
seeing some billboards
relationship.
go up in people's backyards.
They do try, but then the approval process is lengthy. You have to first get an environmental impact study done. You then have to get your billboard approved by and have engineering drawings drawn up. SANRAL, which is the roads agency, have to approve the billboard. The municipality approves it.
So there's enough barriers to entry to make sure that the right guy eventually emerges.
Correct.
With the right value. So the question is, where is the most valuable real estate in the country when it comes to out-of-home?
I'd say the Telkom Tower.
Is that right?
Ponte is probably, if we're looking at something iconic, truly iconic, that piece of real estate is seen internationally, it's seen in every landscape picture. It is truly iconic.
Very insightful. Now tell us about your unique selling proposition from a ProVantage point of view. What do you guys bring into the market?
We have three sectors or three media offerings that we engage in. One is being activations or brand activations. Secondly is the transit arena and the transit media. And thirdly is our outdoor media. We can integrate all three media platforms and as a single offering to clients.
Okay.
The great thing about all three medias is that we can target specific demographics, specific locations, specific ethnic groups.
And continental, what's your counter to that?
Continental outdoor media don't just operate within South Africa, we operate throughout sub-Saharan Africa. And the traditional billboard is still king. As much as we are moving more into a digital environment, we do have incredibly exciting formats at the airports, and we've got the rights to the Gautrain advertising and all of that. For the next 10, 20, 30 odd years, the billboard will still be king.
And why is that?
It boils down to location.
Okay.
And also demographics. There's no point in investing a huge amount of capital expenditure in an environment where a billboard's just as impactful.
So in closing, going forward, we've seen this big surge, like you said, in out-of-home advertising. Is it sustainable, or are we going to see kind of a dumbing down and kind of less clutter in the future?
Well, look, from my side, I think innovation is key to all of this. It's how the media or the platform in that respect is delivered to the public at large. Technology is always exciting. It creates awareness. It creates a sense of curiosity. And with that comes the increased viewership.
And then, what about your activities even within the Gautrain?
As the stations roll out, we're going to obviously evolve our formats according to the audiences that those brands are going to reach that are advertising there. There will be obviously opportunities for digital, for interactive media, so that consumers can interact with those different formats.
Yes. Lynn and Shami, thank you very much for those lovely insights. Now we're going to take another short break, but when we return, we'll show you how to merge new technologies with a traditional billboard. Don't go away.